Hello and welcome to another Shoutcast, and we have a treat for you guys today because we have got two very competitively placed players on a pretty small map, which is Canis River. DreamVsTA and DreamVsTA4life are very closely ranked, but DreamVsTA is slightly ahead, a level 13, TA is about 23, so on a small map like this, we are definitely going to be in for a treat. This is, and these players somehow managed to battle on this map for about 30 plus minutes, so this is going to get interesting and fun. TA4life has a slight advantage as Aeon. I'd actually say quite a large advantage because those Auroras really can play havoc with kiting around all the different lakes. These are lakes, right? This is water. That is water. I can see ripples. I thought I was going insane there for a moment. Okay, so Bulldozers, 2 P-Gens, then go Mexes. Seems to be the same thing there, so no shenanigans there. Okay, so what can we expect on the map like this? This is a small map. It's pretty tight, so it's really quick for commanders to walk out. There's quite a lot of nice mixes on the side, so it's a lot of early harass. We definitely should be expecting to see some combat upgrades on the commanders. The hydrocarbon is in a very harassable position, but still viable enough to be built. Also quite a lot of reclaim. So there should be a lot of strong early harass, and TA4life is already on it with a flare. Don't always see flares these days, the light assault bots. They've got a very small window and they're not very viable in most maps, but that will be annoying. This is going to be a very cost-effective flare. If he can delay that hydrocarbon, especially if Dream is dependent on that hydrocarbon to run his economy, that is definitely going to be annoying. Okay, so that hydrocarbon is definitely delayed. Will he get the kill on the engineer? He does, and he's going to get away to boast about it. So that's nice. Again, the reclaim. Okay, so we've got one land factory out here. We've got one land factory, another land factory. Third air. Typically, we see players go in second air so often these days. So it's nice to see a second land factory, and that just kind of shows you what we should expect on this map. A lot of T1 fight. We've got a land factory there, and yeah, third air as well. So it's just that kind of a map. The hydrocarbon is coming down. What else to say about these players? Both these players have featured quite. Dream certainly has featured a number of times on my channel before. TA4life definitely once or twice. Yeah, that's a cheeky Aurora. Kind of would have thought to see a little bit more harass, I guess. Well, you can't really blame TA. He's got his flares right up in the opponent's face. The manses are coming out now. It's a bit quiet. Dream is definitely seems to be more defensive. TA is definitely playing a bit more aggressively, which I like to see. His economy is a little bit ahead, so not really quite sure what to say at the moment. Okay, now we're going to see some action here. Do something interesting. That's my advice at the moment. Are we going to see any T2 maxes going yet? It'll still be very early for a T2 max. Nope. Some T1 harass. Hopefully he'll get the engineer there. He really should get the engineer up there. We've got the bomber. Okay, so we're going to get some harass from the bomber. That will be nice. It's a nice juke there. It wasn't enough. Come on, Dream. Get the engineer. You know it's there. Or I suppose, yeah, you want to get the max, but engineer's pretty good too. We've got the scout scouting for the bomber. Yeah, Dream is a little bit behind, not secure in his corner maxes, although he's trying to harass his opponent's corner maxes. Dream's radar and TA seem to run a little bit ramped on the map, giving him the capacity to move his commander way forward and claim the better economy. Getting some harass done, although I'm not sure how long these mexes are going to be down for. Engineers are already up there to rebuild them. We've got some T1 face-off over here. Are the commanders doing anything interesting? No, just securing the economy. quite a lot of T1 coming out, which you expect. It's a bit dangerous going T2, because if you go T2, you really weaken your T1 phase, and if your opponent is able to sniff that, then you're in big trouble. So we're definitely expecting to see a lot of T1 play. You might see a further substantial engagement over here with these T1 forces. TA is coming down here with a lot of T1 as well. This could be a problem here. If these forces all bunch up with a commander and make a push, that would be great. Does TA know Dream's commander is there? Because if he figures that out, he does know that now for sure. If he makes a strong push down here, aha! Okay, we've got T2 land. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's always a bit dangerous going for a T1 or going straight up to T2 on such a small map like this. As you can see, TA definitely has more T1 forces, but if Dream can get a few T2 Rhinos, we're probably going for Rhinos here, out, then to hold them off, then, ooh, a hoplite, then he will be alright, and it doesn't seem like TA is pushing his advantage, which is rapidly going to fall away. If he has the overcharge with the commander, then he can definitely easily just overcharge the few T2 bots, completely nullifying the T2 advantage. But he's looking like he's just going to throw these guys in. I would like to see some harass here being done. Is TA gonna... TA is not going for T2 yet. I'm wondering where his economy is going. Maybe he's just, you know, rich and living at large. No, he's definitely investing things into things, but... maybe it's just a lot of T1 he's going for. He's rapidly losing his window of opportunity to get a good harass done with these forces here. I kind of feel that he's not going to have enough opportunity to hit here too much damage. He might get a max or two, but there's really not that much more he can do. I like this. If these forces can just, if he can just, you know, confine Dream into his little base, and he can have the rest of the map and the economy of the rest of the map, that'll give him a sweet advantage. I would like to see some upgrades on this commander, especially the range upgrade, because then he can get an overcharge. Hopefully he has energy storage so he can overcharge. Definitely wants that. But the commander is pretty good at tanking the hoplites, getting the kill. Okay, I'm not quite sure why TA is playing so defensively. I think he can be a lot more aggressive here, but that's always easy to say when you can see everything. But he definitely has the capacity to play a lot more aggressively. Dream's commander is actually in a very dangerous situation. If TA wanted to and just moved all these forces to go take on the commander, he could probably get a kill. Maybe, if you wanted to try that. Getting the upgrade in Dream, that is nice. It's probably going to be a combat upgrade. TA still has an economy advantage, but he's not going to trade effectively with T1 versus T2, so that's probably, I mean, that will nullify his economy advantage if Dream can kill a lot of the T1 stuff. So as long as TA stays on T1, Dream's in a fine situation, in a fine position, and there's a lot of reclaim here as well. He's generating out of TA's corpses. Yeah, I would like to see TA either eco or go T2. I don't like all this T1 play. It's not giving him dividends. He's going to trade poorly. He needs a better plan. And I'm excited to see what it'll be. That's upgrading, right? I think he's, yeah, upgraded to T2. So yeah, that's fine. If he sees this, and he does see that, he'll be able to put a fair bit of damage on his commander if he, well, not really, because we have enough forces there to repel that small attack. And these T1 land, these roars are just going to trade too poorly with these guys, and they're just going to give reclaim. I think these guys should just GTF for. It's a bad plan. So we got T2 for TA, which is good. We get some Obsidians out, which is also good. TA still has an economic advantage. It's not substantial, and I think because he's traded so poorly so far on the map, these players are in a very equal situation. So still at the 2-minute mark, the map is pretty much cut in half. No one's gone T2 mexes yet. We've got quite a lot of fervors out, which is, I'm not quite sure what the purpose of these guys are. I would feel Auroras would trade better against hoplites than the fervors. Maybe he wanted them to take out buildings. There's a nice harass in the back. This is just going to keep Dream a little bit off balance, off kilter. As the hoplites move further out into the map, he's more vulnerable in the back. These auroras, I think, would probably do the most damage if they were able to take out a lot of the power. You can see how vulnerable Tier's power situation is, and not very at all. So Tier probably have to take out about 8 P-gens to really start causing trouble. But trouble he will cause. Wagner's coming out, which is nice. But yeah, it's just a nice little harass there. It's good, it's cost effective. So especially if they get to these 2 mexes, this is very nice. He's taking out 3 Tier 1 mexes, and that's nice. So we've got Dream is coming down here. He has an upgrade. It's probably the combat upgrade. This is very nice. I like the way he did the jab there. He's going to take out these mexes. He's drawing the forces away. And interesting choice. So I wonder, I think this is just to give extra hit points to the commander, I would guess. I'm surprised to see this. That's quite a micro-intensive unit to be using. You definitely don't want to lose it or for it to die. It'll be very nice to see how well that plays out. If he micros it well, I'm sure it will pay dividends. The bomber is going after the radar. That's nice. It's a nice touch. It's a one hit, kind of blinds your enemy a little bit, and then you have to force him to rebuild it. And you know, Dream might not notice it's even gone down yet, so that's always nice. Okay, Dream has taken a hit in the economy. He somehow, or they're dead equal now. Even Stevens. How has that happened? I guess Tia has lost these mexes up here and also lost those mexes up over there. So okay, now this is becoming interesting. You've got 10,000 hit points to 11,000. Both of them choosing to elect to not fight this, feeling that it doesn't lead to anyone's advantage. I guess Dream wants to bring his forces up before moving on to his commander, maybe. TA is definitely out of position there, so he's GTF in Owen. What's happening here? Just doubling down on T2. We still haven't seen anyone upgrade the mechs, so that means both opponents are really expecting each other. They're not ecoing, figuring that if they do eco, they'll just get rushed in the face with full of laser beams. And is that a laser beam? Did Wagner shoot laser beams? Or was that plasma or something? I don't know, but it doesn't look friendly. You don't want that in your face. Fighting going on all over the map. The Asylum, we'll see. I'm really curious to see how well this guy is going to perform in this fight. It'd be better if the Wagner auto targeted the Asylum instead of the other thing, being inside the shield, but that's asking for quite a lot in the programming. The Asylum didn't die, which I liked, and Dream is really starting to cause a lot of trouble here. I think Tia he definitely needs a better plan. Dream has got his hoplite side. It's a fairly substantial tier 2 force. It's causing trouble and chaos. These mexes up here are very vulnerable for Tier, and he will lose them unless something pretty special happens. And his forces on this side of the map aren't sufficiently strong enough to be particularly threatening. Well, there's no PD there, so he should be able to. Again, I would like to see overcharge on both of these commanders at this point. It takes a storage, it's not particularly expensive. But okay, yeah. Dream has a storage, I still don't think. No, it's there. TA has it. I don't know how long it's been there for, so you might have had it for a long time. But yeah, so you want your storage for the overcharge. That's really good. So seeing T2 harass here. The T2 harass isn't going to finish the game, so we should be seeing some other move. We'll probably see T3 land, I would guess. Going to T2 factories, okay. So maybe, does that mean TA is doubling down on T2, or is someone going to go T3 land? Still no T2 max. I find that quite interesting. I'm going to Oblivion Cannon here. TMLs will be amazing here, or they won't because they have no targets. The TMLs are great to take out T2 maxes, but there aren't any. So You could try and take out the T2 land factories with the TML. That would be super effective. No one has TMDs, but yeah. Neither player choosing to go TML. That would be super effective here. If you could take out your opponent's T2 land factories, that would give you a huge advantage. TA being a little bit brave here. Both players playing really cautiously, both choosing not to take too much damage on the commanders. Both players are showing a lot of respect for each other, not going T2 land, T2 mexes, not committing the commanders, not trying to get the cheap quick kill, just playing back, playing cautiously, playing for map control, trying to do the harass they can. And yeah, it's a lot of balance. The players are still very equally matched at 15 minutes into the game, although Dream is definitely climbing up in the economy. That's some tea for me. Tea is good. Yeah, okay, so the way the situation is for this map at the moment, I think Dream is very strongly ahead, and something really special is going to have to happen for TA to bring this game back. I did say that they were reasonably well matched at this mark in the game, but my close expectation, they are not. I think Dream is well ahead. It seems to have about double the economy. He is on TA's front porch and causing trouble with the hoplites. They give him the range to cause harass from a little distance, and the Oblivions might keep this at bay. I'm not sure. He can easily run through here, trying to quickly throw down some point defense. I don't want Dream to miscalculate here, but I feel that he might. If he loses this battle, he's going to give a lot of mass to his opponent, and this T1 PD is going to yeah, I think Dream is calculated here. This isn't going to cause the damage that he needs to cause, and he's just going to give his opponent a lot of mass. It's definitely going to help him stay in the game in terms of economy. There's a lot of T2 units here that are just going to die, that aren't going to do the damage that they need to do. So this push in by Dream, it looked kind of good, but it was definitely a mistake. Look at that yummy reclaim. The Wagner trying to send the situation in the back here to try and do what damage it can. That wasn't the slime that didn't need to die, but it is hard to micro order things. Even though that was a mistake, Dream is still definitely in a very strong position here. He's definitely contained TA in his little thing here, but it would be interesting to see how he tries to finish this off. He could easily upgrade a few mexes, and he has done. You could eco some more. You can try and just try and contain his opponent as much as he can. His opponent is beginning to turtle, and turtling is dangerous when you are on so few mexes, but TA is desperately trying to stay in this game, and I think he's out of options. I don't see a way for TA to get out of this life. Yeah. Dream has a bigger ground force. It's got a bigger economy, and TA is sinking currency into defenses, which he needs to do in order to stay in the game. But it's going to be a losing proposition long term. There is still a fair bit of this game left, but TA needs to do something amazing, and I wonder if he's going to. But I don't really feel he has the economy to do anything really impressive. You know what? I'm going to speed this up to see what happens. I might slow the game down again later, but if my read on this is correct, the noose on TA is just going to tighten and tighten and tighten until he's dead. I don't see how we can come back from this situation. Okay, both players have put the TMDs up. Dream still having double the economy, causing trouble, killing Oblivions. Obsidians. I mean, the Oblivion turrets are nice because they really control quite a large portion of the map, just because the map is so small, but In one sense, I kind of feel Harbingers would be good, but he doesn't have the economy to support them, I don't think. I just don't see any good options for him, and yeah. Dream could easily go T3 land here, or just upgrade more mexes. This is not an engagement that Dream wants to get involved in. If he takes hit points on his commander, it just means that, you know, he could lose the game if he loses the commander, so it's not something that he wants to do. TA, on the other hand, if he can get a draw, I think he would take it, or should. It's nice use of 2 bombers, just helping to control the economy of TA, try and keep him loosened in. And yeah, Dream can pretty much take out TA at his leisure. Another T2 land factory. The command is still both very viable in the combat at this stage of the game. Keeping them on the front lines. Yeah, we're basically just waiting for Dream to build something to finish it. But it looks like he's just going to be building a bigger and bigger mass of... Is that the was that Viper? Viper. Vipers are good, they're nice, but Aeon TMD is really effective. I mean, Viper's just completely mess with everyone else's TMD. The way they split up, and it was so difficult to actually stop the damage from a Viper if you're not Aeon, but he is Aeon, so I guess the Vipers are pretty good about hitting the shield, because yeah, it's if you target a tank, the tank will move, but the shields are pretty big, so the Viper is likely to take damage on the shield, which is nice. Tia getting very ballsy with his ACU here. Maybe fear any, or he has to make a move of some description. And he does, but I think Dream is maybe giving his opponent too much respect. He could easily go T3 land at this point. And I'm really curious why he has chosen not to. I wonder if he knows how good a position he is in. It's reaching the point where I think TA needs to try and even do like a mercy snipe. Dream's commander is still well forward. It doesn't have... You could conceivably easily get enough mercies in here to get his commander, and yeah, Dream's pushing in again with his land forces, going up against TA's static defenses, which might again be a mistake. This might not do the damage he needs, it might give TA just enough mass to stay in the game a little bit longer. I think there's a lesson here that we can all learn here, is that if you're going to attack someone's base, make sure you do enough damage and not give him a presence of mass, which this is. Yeah, that is Dream just sacrificed his army for very little result there. That was definitely a mistake. And yeah, the engineers are going to start reclaiming. And what will TA use that mass for? He's going to go, yeah, trying to upgrade his mexes now. Trying to upgrade his first mex, I think, at almost 30 minutes into the game. That's a slow economy game. Still got Obsidians, still got Vipers, still T2. They're doing damage, but he's not trading well against all these static defenses. You know, even if Dream just decided to build a T2 static artillery piece here, they'll be in range of DreamVsTA4life, and he could just win the game with one of those, just taking out his power. Just a T2 artillery piece here will really force TA to double down on shields and turtling. You could easily do it, easy as economy for it, and I think it would achieve a much better result than what he's currently doing. He's really struggling to just finish him off. Like, I've no doubt Dream will win this, but he could have won this quite some time ago, and I don't like the amount of damage he's taking on his commander. He doesn't need to. And that just means he might lose this game if there's a snipe that comes in. I would really like to see TA commit to a snipe at this point. Otherwise, he just needs Dream to keep suiciding units and trading effectually and reclaiming the corpses. He's paused all his factories, which makes me wonder where is his economy going. If they aren't going into the land factories, what is he building? I'm not sure. He's resumed them.
Commander under attack.
Maybe he upgrades commander, I'm not sure. I think that means he's got the range upgrade, because that's a bit long. His Vipers are causing trouble. The commander has got 60 kills, which is nice. You can compare that with Dream's commander, which has 32. So Tia has definitely done more work with his commander, but be on the defensive, it's easy to get more kills on your commander. What are you doing, TA? What are you doing? Ecoing. Okay. What's Dream doing? He's still just pumping out. Okay, we've gained some T2 air, so that will, I think, has potential to shut down this game. That looks like sniping potential. I think he's gonna just grab the kill on the commander here. And yeah, I'd be happy to see the game end here. I think this game could have ended minutes ago. Dream has been in such a strong position against his opponent for such a long time. And this commander's going down. This is the end. Goodbye.